Does the solar powered air conditioner I installed on my shed run at night? Does it run on a cloudy day? What happens when there's no sun? And how cold does it actually get in the shed where I installed EG4 Electronics hybrid 12,000 BTU single zone solar powered air conditioner? You're watching HVAC tips for homeowners / technicians. In today's video, I'm answering the most asked questions I had from my video titled How to Install a Solar Powered Air Conditioner. If you haven't seen that video and you want to learn how to install one, I'll drop the link in the description down there so you can go check out that video and learn how to install EG4 Electronics solar powered air conditioner. Let's go! Right now I have three 395 watt solar panels leaned up against my shed, south facing, and they are connected directly to the MC4 connectors of EG4 Electronics solar powered mini split. And you can see right here are the MC4 connectors. And I do not have any 115 volt power going to the mini split. And you can see it is running. And you can see here's my disconnect, but I have no power going to the mini split right now because I don't have the wire installed for the 115 volts. See, 115 volt DC volt. So it's running right now. Line is sweating and it's just using solar power. I'm going to go inside and show you the wires not even coming to the disconnect. But I'm going to install that wire today, show you the wiring, and then show you what happens when there is no solar power powering this hybrid solar powered air conditioner. With the protective cover off of my disconnect, you can see there is no wire coming into the disconnect. There's only a wire going to my mini split because I haven't wired it up to 115 volts yet. I only have the DC power coming in. I'm going to wire it up here in a minute. This is the solar powered shed behind me where I've installed that solar power air conditioner made by EG4 Electronics. I just picked up some 12-2 wire. That way I can run the power to that disconnect. It's going to be 115 volt AC because that's what powers the mini split when the DC power is no longer available from the sun going down. Right now it's 85 degrees outside. You can see that. This is a dual induct psychrometer I use to measure the supply air temperature of air conditioners, or to measure the ambient air temperature. So we're going to go inside the shed and see, since it's 85 degrees out, the unit's been running, I think I set it to 70. Let's see what the inside temperature of the shed is. Come inside. All right, we are inside the shed. And you can see here's where the wire goes outside to the disconnect. You see I got that hole right there? I'm going to run that wire in and then along the wall over there. That way we can power this mini split when the sun goes down. And it'll automatically switch over, which is really nice. Now, take a look. It is, hold on, let me hit the power. It's about 71 degrees in here right now. So 85 degrees outside, 71 in here. It feels great. And whenever you have an LP come up on the mini split, that means low power. So whenever you see that, it means low power if you ever see LP. So I'm going to go ahead and run this wire, and let's go outside and let's check the DC volts real quick. And then we'll run that wire, and then I'll show you what happens when the sun goes down. Before we move forward in the video, I just want to show you that if you push the temperature up and down buttons at the same time, you can change from Celsius to Fahrenheit. I did a short video of it, but I want to include that in today's video just to give you as much information as possible. I've got the cover off for the electrical connections. I'm going to turn my meter to volts DC, and then I'm going to show you I'm checking from 1 to 2. So terminal 1 to 2, we've got 240 volts DC. You can see that's DC right there. Let's check from 2 to 3, and that should be our communication. You can see it's jumping around, communicating there. And then we're going to change this to volts AC. I do not have the power hooked up right now for the L and N, and that's 115, and see, 0 volts. So the unit's running, and it's just being powered by the PV. Now, we're going to hook up the 115 volts. I've got this part wired up so far. This is my disconnect box. Now I'm going to wire it up inside. I have the wire coming from the disconnect box running along the wall. I've got it stapled. It goes through 2 studs or joists, and then it comes up, and then it goes into the middle knockout 1/2 inch connector into the box. The breaker on the left will be for the mini split. It's already wired in. 15 amp single pole breaker for that mini split. Max overcurrent protection or max fuse for that mini split is 20. So you really need a 20 amp breaker, but if you use a 15, it'll be fine. Just don't go over 20 amp breaker when you're installing the mini split. Breaker on the right is for my lights and receptacles. So if I turn this off, lights go out. Right? Turn it back on, lights come on. Now let's go outside, let's plug in the disconnect, and then we'll come back in and turn this breaker on. Plugging in the disconnect. All right, it's in. Mini split is still running, and that's because the sun is right there and it's hitting those panels on the other side of that shed. So, all right, let's turn the breaker on. Here we go. Did the mini split stop? Did it affect it? I don't think so, but let's see if we have 115 volts. Now using our meter, I've got the cover back off for the electrical connections, and we're going to check from L to N. Before we did not have 115 volts, and now look what we have, 115 volts. Are we using the 115 volts? Let's see. We take our meter, we hit the AAC button, we wrap it around one of those wires, the L, and then do we have any amp draw? No, we don't have any amp draw. So let's go ahead and turn it to DC, back to DC, and then put it on 1 and 2. And what does it say on the meter? 170 volts. So we still have PV power, and that's what's powering this mini split right now. Now I'm going to come back whenever the sun has traveled more to the west, and we're going to see when that sun's not hitting those panels and we don't have DC power, what happens. Max fuse for the unit, wanted you to see this, 20 amps. So, and this is the 12K model. See, it says AC DC 12K. Back on site, it's about 5 o'clock now. It was about 1 o'clock and the sun was right there above the panels. Now it's over there. So I doubt we're getting a lot of PV power from those panels. Let's go check the mini split. Walking in, and look at that. LP, low power. But what happens when we have PV and we have AC connected to the unit? Power it on. It's in cooling. Let's go outside. Let's see if it kicks on. Let's see if it's pulling any amps. Fan's blowing. I heard the inverter make a sound. Let's go outside. Got the cover off for the electrical connections. Meters on volts AC. The mini split is running. And let's check from N to L. 121 volts. Now let's check our DC, volts DC. Check from 1 to 2. We still have 250 volts going to the mini split, DC power. And the unit will work off of 115 or DC. So when the sun goes down, the unit still operates. Now let's check the amp draw, AAC, hit the select button. We're going to wrap the clamp around the black wire. 3.6 amps. So it's running off the AC power right now, and that is excellent. If you're looking for a solar powered air conditioning system, look no further. Check out EG4 Electronics solar powered AC systems, and they've got a couple different sizes, couple different models to choose from, whether you're looking for the hybrid model or not. Check out Signature Solar, because that's where I buy all of my solar kits, bundles, and solar powered AC units. And if you need a discount code, use discount code TADDY50 for $50 off of your order. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned something. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and smash that bell, ding, so you know what I'm doing. You've been watching Taddy Digest. I'm Tad, and I'll keep you cool if you let me.